fishy means girly, which is probably because of something that's not so polite.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
I think
that's
so.
drag lingo for you. You blame RuPaul. No letters.
Right.
So I just thought I was going to be more matronly. Like I thought I was going to be more, and no, this is no shade, I promise, but like more like a Bianca Del Rio or turns out I'm Valentina.
Yes, ma'am.
Just kidding. I'm not that fishy. But at least in Alyssa Edwards,
Absolutely.
somewhere in between.
Mm-hmm. And that's who you told me. You told me
I did.
Alyssa
You
Edwards,
nailed it.
And I tried. I hope I did a
There
good
are
job.
so many lessons happening here. I mean, I did not get filler, folks.
No.
This is my face.
That is, there's no prosthetic. There's no.
Do you see no Adam's apple? But there is underneath. Oh,
There's
God, that
little
feels so good. And there's my t-shirt.
The breeze. Oh, you were telling all the secrets.
Oh, do I not get to show that? Oh, too much? Too much? Too fast? So sorry. Okay, sorry. I was also trying to decide what is the right level that YouTube will not block this video.
Yeah.
And that's about
We're
it.
showing the same
Hey,
amount.
That's
so I think
about
we're
it.
okay.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think
We're fine.
we're in
We're a
solidarity.
cleavage heavy show, I'd say.
We're
Oh
food
my God.
positive.
We are surrounded by so many beautiful women at this
Yeah.
company. You should have been more specific, Mom, when you said you wanted your son to grow up to be surrounded by beautiful women. But
There you go.
I love that earlier I said, God, I should have been straight because I'm surrounded by all these beautiful women. And someone says, well, that's probably the reason why you're surrounded by beautiful women.
Yeah.
They don't hang out with straight dudes.
No.
Those
Nope.
guys are predators. No, not all of them. Just 4 of you. All of them. I'm just kidding. I'm on a roll. So today we're going to talk a little bit about some of the looks from the past. We were
Yeah.
getting ready there with some Anita Doll Darling looks from previous weeks. And our resident hair and makeup expert is here to be able to sort of go over some of the details. We can talk about a wing. We can talk about my hooded eyelids and what that means, because I didn't even know hooded eyelids were a thing until you taught me. We can talk about the right way to walk in these so that you don't bleed everywhere, which is really just not a thing. Like, you're going to bleed.
Yeah.
That is one thing that is for sure. If you are not in pain, you are not in drag. True story, right?
So we've been told.
Exactly. So let's get into some of these looks. And then a little later, we're also going to talk about what, Becky? Drag around the world. Are we still figuring this out? Let me see. Nope. Still no applause.
Drag around the world with Becky.
Ooh, I like. A couple of those headlines, including the Met Gala and the finale of RuPaul's Drag Race. Well, that was business up front. Now it's party in the back.
Party in the back.
Cinco de Mayo party in the back.
Love a party in the back.
Exactly.
There's tequila at this party.
Mariah! Maria. I'm sorry. That Mariah. By the way, Mariah's mom is Maria. And she's
Oh,
watching. She's
incredible.
watching.
How confusing is
Hi,
that?
Maria.
We're going to talk about the fashion from those two big news events. We're going to talk about the hits, the misses, the night that was the Met Gala.
Met
Gala?
Gala?
Met
The
Gala.
Met Gala.
Yeah.
Yes. There's
Not
no ball
MetLife.
in there. No.
That's
not
T-
MetLife.
Really not a ball?
No,
in
that's
it?
an insurance company.
No, yeah, that's an insurance.
And-
Not the Mets, but it's
Not the Mets.
Not the Mets. The Met
the
Gala.
Metropolitan Gala.
The Metropolitan
which
Museum
takes
of
place
Art.
at the Met Museum.
Yes.
The Metropolitan Museum in New York City.
Which I have never been to, but it's on my list, and I want to go so
I went to
badly.
the steps there.
Wait, to go to the Met Ball?
Well, yes, but also just the Met in
We'll
general.
go. They bring
Okay.
they always have a couple of drag queens.
I got
there.
lost.
Oh, absolutely.
The
I
winner
got
of
lost in
RuPaul's
the
Drag
Met.
Race gets to go.
Yes.
Goals.
The Met is so
Goals.
big. You get lost in there.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, and this
it's
is
so
just for
fun.
the costume
I
wing
thought
too.
the
So
the steps, like every time I see Met Gala photos, I'm like, oh my God, it's huge. But when you're,
Yeah.
well, it is big. But when you're there, it's so much, it's not as big of a space as what I feel like it looks like
okay,
Maybe,
in the
yeah.
photos.
okay,
Maybe not. Maybe it's
Did
because
you
it's like
see
an illusion.
Ocean's
Yeah.
8?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that took place at the... I feel like
Yes.
that was my insider's look.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
was it really filmed at the museum? Maybe it was.
Yeah, they were actually at the museum. Anna Wintour and the guy who threw
Yeah.
it, they were the head of the costume department, were actually in the movie. They're like very
Right.
quickly like shaking.
Wait, the guy that
camera.
passed away? Andre
No.
Tully or Andre...
No, not Andre. The he works at the museum specifically
I
for the
see.
costumes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And then, fun fact, Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City is not just fashion. I got
No.
corrected.
Yes.
It's got all kinds of amazing American art. That's the
Yes.
whole point of the museum, is that it's
Yeah.
an American...
The gala is
Art
just to
museum.
raise money for
Yes.
the costume
Costume
wing.
for the one department.
The wing.
But it
that is-
raises almost all of its annual budget in one night.
Oh, absolutely.
So these... celebrities that go,
Yeah.
they not only have they're not only they have to pay to travel there, get there, they're
Hotels,
however expensive their
glam.
gorgeous glam squad
Yes.
and costumes are. They're not costumes.
But
they're
so many of the brands
wardrobe.
pay.
Yeah,
Like Versace and stuff will pay for the whole table.
Yes. Well, because
and-
actually, it's not necessarily. Yes, the celebrities are invited, but the
the brands are invited.
the designers are
designers,
invited,
right.
and they're bringing a guest.
that makes sense.
So it's maybe like 5 of the 20,000 celebrities are actually invited, but then like.
I see.
Like when
brands get
like
to
Moschino,
choose.
everyone who came from Moschino, he was invited and
then
got to
he
choose.
got to populate his table.
Yes,
Do
but
you
he
think-
still has to like submit like, okay, I want Lizzo, I want this, I want that,
and they
Anna
have to be
has
approved.
say yes.
Oh God, this woman has so much power.
Just
Have
so
you
much
ever
power.
have you watched the first Monday in May, the documentary on Netflix?
Um,
I've not.
I did.
I've not
I
seen
did.
that.
It's all about the Met Gala.
It's all about the
and
Met
they showed
Gala.
the seating, and it was like
And-
the precise sort of politics that are behind
Yes.
who is sitting where.
Yes,
how
and who
close
can
they're
sit
sitting.
next to
Exactly.
who.
So it's
and,
like they're planning like next year's now, probably.
oh, absolutely. Like they probably already
yeah.
got the
Time to
theme
go.
down.
Time for next
Exactly.
year.
That's what they said in the doc, that they literally
Okay.
start planning the following year.
It's like
Tuesday.
Santa Claus.
the Tuesday. The first Tuesday in May is spent planning the following year's event.
Exactly.
Day one.
Exactly. It's wild.
Also, we have a special guest star today.
Lucy's back. Hi, sweet
Oh,
girl.
we should have put her in a matching outfit.
Oh, dang it.
She's the only she's the only biological woman on this sofa.
On the sofa, yes.
And I'm on the sofa today.
Yes.
Is everybody liking this new sort of look? Anita Doll took over the studio.
Yes, she has.
She really has. And so these are just like gorgeous things that I keep around.
We are now in your drag closet.
We are.
As
We
we
are.
have decided.
Yes.
That's right.
and
Welcome to
that's-
Anita Doll's drag closet.
So we're making it cute.
Boop. Still doing the set design.
Yes. It's going to move like 4 times before the show's over.
So I'm excited. We're going to play Smash or Pass today,
Mm-hmm.
which is our way of basically doing fashion police.
It's like our
Right.
fashion
It's our
photo
version of
review.
yeah, exactly.
Fashion police. Also, it sends us on a million rabbit trails.
It's so fun.
And then we're like tangent 1.
Yes.
Okay, so today let's just do all Smash or Pass.
Oh, God.
And then
Good
see
luck.
what happens, how many tangents we can get on.
Well, I mean, earlier we were trying to pick out people, and we had a list of probably like 30
Yeah.
just Met Gala, but you want to do both the Met Gala and the season finale of, and I was
RuPaul's.
like, you guys, we can't do both. And you're
And,
like,
like-
why? Are we going to run out of time? I'm like, do you only
I mean-
want to play Smash or Pass on the podcast today?
Mental health not great, but hey,
Mm-hmm.
it happens. I'm just trying to push through it, and it's gonna be fine.
You know, we, with all the fun we love to have here, we also love to take health very seriously. We
Yes.
consider mental health as much of your health as your stomach or your head or your body or anything else. And mental health is health.
Exactly.
So I am hurting a little bit for you that you're a little bit under the weather.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. It's wild because it's so true. Like your mental health, when my mental health is really bad, I get sick. Like
Yeah.
I always do. And it's so connected. And it really can. And we have talked in the past with Angelica about how stress can like make you sick. You can have chronic pain and illness from it. And so I've been sick with no reason but my mental health. And, you know, I'm sure it has to do with I'm not taking care of myself.
Don't put that on yourself. Don't
But-
do that. I
no,
know what
but-
you're doing.
No, but it's depression. Like
Yeah.
the self-care isn't there, so that could also attribute to getting sick because I'm not eating good, I'm not drinking enough water, you know, all those things.
Yes, and it's fun. It's like what causes what. You
Yeah.
never know, but it
Yeah.
can be a downward spiral. At some point, some moment of strength happens, or if you trust someone around you to love them with this news, and you say, "Hey, when you see this happening, step in."
Yeah.
Literally, this just happened to me, so I understand depression. You know,
Right.
Who doesn't really?
I know
But
that's a sad thing though is the fact that most people can relate. It's
Yeah.
like, oh
know.
god, the fact that we all have this is so
Well, I think it's a
But-
confusing thing sometimes for people between what is something clinical or sort of like very medical and then what is just a bad day and a bad
Right.
mood. You know, when
Yeah.
you're a person who gets depressed, like I had this overwhelming sense of just loss and like
Yeah.
Just-
dread.
dread, exactly, for nothing, you know, because, and I don't know why this happens, but every single tool, meditation, you know, eating and drinking healthy, going for a jog or a walk outside, playing with a pet or a loved one, not in the same way.
Playing.
Hi, here you are, Mama. There you are.
Oh my God.
Like there's all these tools that we have in our little arsenal. Anybody who's ever struggled with any kind of mental illness, if you're of a certain age, you've gotten to a point, hopefully, where you've gotten some guidance to like, well, here are the things you can do to get out of it. And yet, when the moment happens, it's like all that stuff goes right out the window.
Yeah.
Totally.
You know, I love saying, I think of feelings now and emotions as traffic. They're the cars going by. And when there's a lot of traffic, you just step out of the road, step back onto the sidewalk and watch the cars go by. Those are not, your feelings don't define you.
Right.
Your emotions don't define you. They are just moments in time. They're not
Fleeting.
facts. They're fleeting. And a lot of times they're rooted in things that aren't even real, like chemical imbalances. And, you know,
Totally.
what's real is what's happening.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times in meditation, they'll say, Jake, look at a light bulb and just look at that. Look at this pedal and just look at that. Look at this phone. Cute phone, right? Just look at that. And then like, as you focus on the reality of what is there, somehow it sort of brings you back to center.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you can, you know, hopefully lower some of the depression that's around you, some of the mental health stuff. So,
Yeah. I think one of the things that is so crazy too is I think what's so hard for people to get out of these depressive states is things pile up. Like my place is so dirty and there's clothes everywhere and there's dishes in the sink and I haven't showered in a few days and then I'm like, I'm depressed, but I have to do something. But the fact that I have this to-do list of 100 things and my space that is supposed to be my safe space is dirty, it like makes me push it all off and I struggle. But I'm working on telling, like I told my boyfriend about it this last weekend about how I can't get off the couch. Like I can't do that right now. And there's like dishes down the side of the kitchen table and he did the dishes for me.
yeah, that's
And
what
that
happens
was
when
like,
you open yourself up.
It
Yeah.
was such a wild, but it was so hard for me to let him.
Yeah.
Like
I know.
the fact that I was sitting on the couch, I'm like, you don't have to do anymore. And like, it was just so hard. But he was like, no, like I want to do this for you. And that was so important to me and that meant so much to me. The fact that my dishes got done like made that day so much better.
You didn't, just when you think you couldn't fall in love with him more.
For real. Yeah.
That's so sweet. And you know what? Also, give yourself some credit.
Yeah.
It is so hard to let people in.
Yeah.
This is part of our mission with this show, is to let people in on the authentic ways that people really are. Like people are vulnerable. We all are. No, there isn't a single person on this planet that doesn't know what it's like to have something about themselves that they don't want to share with the world, but if you did, you know it would help.
Yeah.
Just like with your boyfriend stepping up and doing those dishes because you needed that help. And as you were talking, I was like, oh, if you had called me. And you know what it is too? Sometimes you're helping someone else.
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine if you were kind of in a funk and I was in a funk and I just was like, you know what, Mariah, you and I both understand what the mood that I'm in and I can't even get up to do the dishes. You might feel like, you know what, that gives me a new purpose. Because so much of, this is something they talk about a lot in recovery too, is that it's like you're obsessed with yourself a little bit, like how I'm feeling everything. If you turn that energy out and you're thinking about how other people are feeling, sometimes it'll get you out of your own funk and you can go then be of service to those people. And you've not only helped someone else maybe, but you've gotten yourself out. So it's a win-win.
Totally.
I'm so proud of you and yay.
Woo!
We are going to be taking a little break here at the end of April because everyone deserves a break. I'm going to New York to see Pamela Anderson in Chicago, which is why I'm doing my nod to the 20s today. Thank you very much, Rachel.
You're welcome.
And so that change is coming. And then when we do come back in May, we are going to be on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Business Up Front Tuesdays, JD. Thursdays, drag. and then on Wednesdays and Fridays, our podcast will post. And then Angelica and Christy are going to get a spin-off of their own shows, their own podcasts. Just blowing up everything here. I mean, with the overwhelming response that we've had, it's hard not to blow up and grow. I mean, we have tens of subscribers. Now, I always want to talk to everybody about that little fact. Subscribe, please. Okay. Like, if you like it,
Seriously.
if you found it, take a little click, take 2 seconds. It really matters because you can't monetize this stuff until you have a certain number of subscribers. And, you know, in order to bring you this magic every week, we need to get paid. So, that's that.
I woke up this morning and I saw a TikTok that was like, if you haven't watched the Hulu Kardashians, watch it because it's so different and it's so much better.
Yeah.
Really? Is it more
Yes.
honest? Because
it's so good. I watched
You
one
watched some?
episode
Oh, yeah.
and I was like, I mean,
did you like the
reality
regular
TV.
one?
I did, but let me tell you, the editing, the production value of this
Yeah.
show is like, okay, this is a show.
Very easy.
And they all seem much happier
Hmm.
and more content with they're all like,
Yeah.
taking time off filming was so, the only person that didn't like taking time off filming was Scott.
That's what Scott does. Nothing else.
Scott was
That
like,
is all Scott's
it was a
good
little
for
lonely,
anymore.
don't you think? Like, I didn't really enjoy that time.
Isn't she married to Travis Barker now?
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
together on the show. They have like the intro is Travis and her.
So how's
Yeah.
Scott still on the show? Oh, because he's the
Kid.
dad.
He's the dad, and
He
So he's
also
always going to be
is-
part
he
of
was
the family.
there from season 1. So.
He's one of the talent
Right.
now, so he's always going to
Yeah.
be there.
There's one way or another.
Tristan Thompson is in it. All of them are in it.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Kanye would make a few, like, he was never on the show, but he would make a few appearances.
Yeah, like their wedding was and their proposal.
Yep. And then he, like, random, like, North's birthday, he'd be there or something like
Got
that.
it. I see. So
But-
when it made sense for
But yeah,
their
so
career.
like
Yeah.
As well.
Hulu, I was thinking like Hulu must be having so many new people joining just because of
Oh,
the Kardashians.
yes.
Like
Yeah.
how many people are signing up for Hulu now? Like they probably
Interesting.
just did super well.
Yeah.
Gosh, so it's their power is still very relevant.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
That's I mean, you have to hand it to them.
Yeah.
They're, I
Yes.
mean, as far as back in the day, they
Geniuses.
were the butt of jokes. Like
Yes.
to be
Yeah.
a Kardashian was to be like famous for nothing.
Like
Yeah.
And
Paris
now
Hilton.
exactly
Like
there
very
was
similar.
exactly.
Yeah.
And now you can't argue that
No.
they're business people.
They are-
like it's really
yeah,
powerful.
like-
I love
yeah.
watching marketing videos where people break down their whole strategy
Mm-hmm.
because it's literally like incognito marketing.
right.
Like everything they
Right.
do. Is
Everything.
marketing.
I went through my phase of watching every season that was available everywhere, and with one of the newer seasons, Kim had the selfie light phone case,
Oh.
or like, and on the back they'd put all the Kimojis on the back, and I was like, I really want that. So I'm on the website like looking for it, and I go,
Wow. So
I don't actually want this. Why do I want this? Like,
I-
this is-
You know you want
I
it.
don't want it.
Kim
though.
has it.
I bought that phone case
Oh,
because, of,
yes.
of the show, like back when it first.
With the
yeah.
Kimojis on it.
Not with the Kimojis,
Okay.
but I got like
The
Kim's
selfie.
version. Like she like teamed up with whatever brand and like had her
Yes.
own like Kim selfie case. I was like, I need that. No, I
Yes.
did not.
No, absolutely not.
Like,
Nobody needs that.
That's why they're worth
They're
a
the
bazillion
OG
dollars.
influencers.
Yes.
Yeah, they're the
OG
original. I mean,
influencers.
Yes.
even today, right? I mean, is there anybody who, like, and I include the whole family, like,
Yes.
amongst those,
They're all
Kylie, Kendall,
Yeah.
all of them. Is there any more powerful, like, influencer entity?
I don't think in
I
the
don't
world.
think so.
I think they're the top.
As like they're like the nucleus. They're the nuclear
Yeah.
center of
Yeah.
Instagram.
Like whatever they
Other
say,
people have tons of
do,
followers, right?
I
Yeah.
think that they start like it fashion wise, whatever they wear, like people are gonna
Mm-hmm.
follow.
Yeah.
Plastic surgery wise, whatever they look like, people are gonna
They
try
like
to look like them.
really
Remember-
brought that super hourglass shape back.
Yeah.
you
That
know
too.
that was a
Remember
big
the Kylie lip
Kardashian thing.
challenge?
Yeah.
And
Oh, that
kids
was
would have like
Yes.
broken capillaries because they were like, "Oh, I did the lip
Bruises.
challenge."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
That was
was
a
a
whole
no-no. We don't want anybody to do that because I think that
Don't
actually
do that.
messes up your lips.
No.
Yeah,
It
no,
does.
people were getting like injured from
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But you're right as far as trend setting. I
Yeah.
mean, if one of those
The
girls
obsession.
does it, everyone's gonna do it.
Well, and even like, I can tell you all of their kids' names. Don't know why.
Oh,
Don't-
I could not.
I.
But you're
Let's see.
saying
Let's
like
go
just
around in a
didn't watch
circle.
them.
Just the
Isn't there a
fact that they're
saint
such-
in
Yep.
there?
Yes.
You wanna hear
let me
them
see.
all? You ready?
What if I can tell you how many I name? Oh no, you go ahead. You name them
Okay.
all.
Okay. Courtney has Mason, Penelope, and Rain. Then it's
REIGN or RAIN?
Okay, and then Travis Barker's kids.
oh god,
Do you know
I don't
the
know
step
those
kids?
ones. No, I don't know the step
Oh.
kids. I know the from out there who was
Okay, out the Kardashian who has.
out the Kardashian who was. Then who's after Courtney?
Kim.
Kim has North, Saint, Chicago, and Psalm.
Mm-hmm.
And then
She got a baby named Chicago.
she got a baby named Chicago. A
Yeah,
little
that's where
girl.
Kanye is
Cha-cha.
A
from.
little girl named Chicago.
I love you. I love
Then-
you. That is living outside the lines, and
Yep.
I like that a lot.
Then Chloe has True. Then Rob has
Oh,
Dream.
Sweet name.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kendall doesn't have any kids. Kylie has
Kendall's
Stormy.
the only one holding it together.
Yeah.
Stormy. And right now her
Stormy.
Named?
technically named Wolf, but Mason Disick, their son, leaked it that his name is Knight or something
He
like
leaked
that.
it? Like what, on his TikTok or something?
On his Instagram story.
Poor kiddo.
He like made a story. He's like, "This is my cousin Knight something Weber." Like,
Wait,
And
what? I'm not following.
They didn't
So-
release the babies because Kylie just had a boy.
How
Kylie's-
long ago?
Like
couple
month.
months.
Oh, and
Or two?
the name wasn't announced yet.
Yeah.
Oh, I
But
see. But
they're
it was an
calling-
accidental announcement. Okay.
On
he's
his
what, like
birth
12?
certificate. Yeah, he's like
This is what?
he's the
Mason
oldest.
is the oldest, and he's like preteen.
13 maybe.
Yeah, 13.
But Kylie's new baby doesn't actually have
Oh,
a
that's
name.
Courtney's eldest child.
Yes.
So the eldest of this generation
Yes.
is Mason. Got it.
Yes, and he now has a phone and is a freaking terror with it, and it's the funniest thing to watch. But
It's funny.
Kylie's newest baby doesn't actually have a name on his birth certificate. It says Wolf, but that's not his name. That's just, you have to put a name, but they're changing his name, and I guess they're going to reveal it on the show. But he like posted an Instagram story the other day and was like,
Night.
this is my cousin.
Someone told Mason to delete it now.
That's
Yeah.
sweet.
Yep.
K or N?
K.
Oh, they're all Ks, aren't they?
But that's
Yeah.
another thing, people. If you post something from a Kardashian account, someo's on it
On
right when it's posted.
it.
So you can't post something
And
then
delete it.
It's
You
like,
cannot. You don't get to change your mind.
It's
Even
out.
if it's up and you delete it the second it goes live,
Someone's
it is
gonna-
out.
Every single one is.
Screenshot.
so many people screenshotting,
Organized.
recording.
Uh-huh.
Anytime they're on live, anytime their stories, people are recording. So nothing
They
is.
probably have full interns in all the media companies like patrolling the Kardashians.
Oh, absolutely.
For sure.
Instagrams
They're that
24/7.
popular still.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Well,
On the
my
first
hats off to them.
episode,
I think
Chris
it's impressive.
listed all of her companies, and oh my god, how does someone work and
Listen,
run all these companies?
Hire
that
the right
whole
people.
thing can be wrapped up into a simple sentence.
The devil works hard.
The devil works
Yeah.
hard.
The devil
Kris
works
Jenner
hard.
works harder.
But Kris Jenner works harder. I love it. Is that from the show?
No, it's just something like people
Like
say.
the
The devil works hard, but Kris Jenner works
Kris
harder.
Jenner
Yeah.
works harder. And
That's
it
clever.
is so
Yeah.
An
true.
empire.
What
Yeah.
a wonderful thing,
God.
reputation. You know, what a
I
wonderful thing to be
know.
known for.
Like, wouldn't that be just funny to be like,
Like,
I'm
look
the
at
person
her.
that works harder than the devil? Like,
And like she literally popped out the Kardashians.
Yeah.
She
Raised
is
them,
like,
manages them.
Do
she's
you
like this
leaks
news
their
that
sex
popped
tapes to
out.
start the whole
That's,
empire.
that's literally what I was just going to ask. Like whether you thought that was
Absolutely.
part of a strategy. You know, the tape that came out.
Yeah.
That sort of
I could
it made
see
a
it.
headline out of the name, but
I-
they were on their way up, right?
I could absolutely see it where, like, Ray J or somebody leaked it.
Yeah.
Kim immediately went to Chris and was like, "Mom, what do I do?" And Chris went, "Watch this.
Let's see how
Yeah,
this
she
goes.
went,
Let's see.
Someone did this to
Watch
you?
this."
Woo! Those are fighting words for a
Watch
mother
this.
who's wants to protect her daughter.
Kim's whole career is
but-
payback to Ray J. Like,
Exactly.
see how much better we are than you.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm a sex positive person.
Yes.
I think it's beautiful. If you filmed it with someone you were having fun
no,
with.
absolutely.
Don't bother
That's
me.
what happens to that sex tape, though. It's the same with Pam and Tommy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Same whole situation.
Right.
But
Which brings us
And it's
full
always
circle.
about the woman.
circle back to Pam.
But it's
One
always
more
about
thing.
the woman.
It's always about the woman. And
Yes.
it's always about how the woman is slut shamed. But there's a rumor now going around, and it's supposed to be confirmed by the show
I was gonna.
that
There's going to
the
be a
night-
sequel to the sex tape.
no.
Okay.
The
Well-
night
Because that would be great.
maybe there's probably are sequels. The night that Kim did SNL, Kanye gave her a gift, and it was Ray J's manager's hard drive, which is the only hard copy of the video.
Really?
That's a rumor that went around. And so he was trying to say to her, like, it's over. That whole situation is over.
Okay.
like, but
First-
I mean, there's a bazillion copies of that movie. So what is it, like an NFT?
But it's like apparently
The original.
Okay, apparently because they talk about it in this first episode. No,
Yes.
No
Nothing.
spoilers.
This is
isn't,
all
like,
alleged, by
is
the way,
not-
folks. We have nothing confirmed here.
This isn't. I don't think they. I'll just say this. They discussed the sex tape in episode 1. I'm sure it's like
Oh.
Yeah. So apparently maybe.
Wait, on Hulu?
Yeah. In the new season.
they start
They
off with
start
that.
just
They're like,
like
let's
they
just
did.
get it out.
Yeah.
And what Kim
Good for
says
them.
It, but
I
Kim,
think that's bold.
Kim is like, I'm annoyed that people are trying to make me feel bad about something. Like I was in a
Exactly.
relationship. Like
Exactly.
that's something
Yeah.
I did with my
Exactly.
boyfriend on vacation. And she's like, but whatever, like think what you want. And even Kim, I'm like, I feel a whole new energy from her, and I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
But there might be more footage out there that has never been released, and maybe that's what's on the hard drive.
Oh, maybe.
Oh.
So apparently there's more.
So is this rumor been verified that Kanye gave this gift to her?
I saw that she was in her hotel room in New York, and she opened a suitcase, and a bunch of like wires and shit popped out, and she closed it. Like she just
And that's what the story is coming from.
Is this from a
that's where
makeup
it's coming
artist?
from.
Do you guys have an inner sanctum? Like, do you have a?
There should be,
Do you have
because
a?
the tea that y'all
we'll
know-
never talk.
Ooh.
We'll never
The tea that you must hear
I
in
get
those.
told so many
Yeah.
secrets.
I bet. Oh yeah, people open up in the makeup chair.
Especially think
I-
about the Kardashians. They must tell everything.
Like there
to
are
their
people that
Yes.
only like there are things only my therapist and hairstylist know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
and that is
it's true.
absolutely true. I have had so many actors in my chair be like, you can't tell anyone, but this is coming up, or this drama went down, or this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
Like what?
Yeah, like what have you heard?
For example, we'll protect the names, to protect the innocent. We're going to change some names. What have you heard about Pamela Tanderson?
Who's that?
I'm just kidding.
Who's that?
I'm totally playing. We
No.
don't want to gossip. We're not
no.
gossips.
But it's just stuff like
Right.
they've signed NDAs and they can't talk
Yes,
about
yes,
it yet,
of
but they
course.
want to talk to somebody. So it's
Yeah, they have to get it off their chest.
Poor people.
So you just got to store all
So
those little
many
nuggets
secrets.
up. I bet it's true. I
Oh,
bet
absolutely.
If a bunch of hair and makeup artists got together to write a tell-all book, like, could you imagine? Could you imagine? And I'm going to add to that list stylists
Oh,
because
yes.
they
Yeah.
see them naked.
yes.
Yeah.
And then the truth really comes
Yeah.
out.
The what would be considered the help in the old days, so people in my profession, absolutely. We get all of the secrets and
Yep.
we could tell a lot of secrets. If you had to either change professions or move to another part of the country, which would you prefer?
Oh my God, it's a man's world. First of all, I would be a man. Have you
Neither-
noticed that?
That's neither of the questions, but
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Purple.
Can you repeat the question?
Yes. If you had to either change professions or move to another part of the country, which would you prefer? And what new career or location first comes to mind?
Oh, okay.
I'd probably stay in my profession and move to New York.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
just to
I'm going to New
experience
York
it.
next week.
Come on, clean on that PJ.
We have my favorite girlfriends from college. We all still hang out because it was just last year we graduated.
Oh, of course.
And hi Leslie, hi Sarah. Oh my God, I love my babies.
Yes.
We're going to New York City to tear it up. So we're gonna have a good time. I didn't know that you love New York so much, Shelley.
You know, I've been there once. I like Gossip Girl.
Gossip Girl.
I would live there
Hey, girl.
for a few
I love gossip.
years. Would I move there forever? No.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't live in New York forever. I know I couldn't.
It's such a dream.
But
It's such
don't
a
you just
city.
want to be like Carrie and walk around in Manhattan?
Yes.
In her closet.
Yeah. In that size apartment.
Yeah, right. No joke.
And make no money as a journalist and somehow live on the Upper East Side. I would love that reality.
Yes.
I used to want to live in New York. I did.
Yeah.
I almost did. I almost moved there for a couple of jobs. But better opportunities kept me in California.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, I'm a California girl.
I am
When I'm
too.
not on the slopes. California does have great slopes too. So I feel like we didn't answer a question though. What was the question? Where would I move if I could?
If
And-
you had
oh,
to pick
it's my
either
turn.
career or
Okay.
location,
Well, I
which
think,
would you change?
You know what I've often thought would be fun?
Tell me.
To open a lakeside mountain retreat in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
That's a
think
very
that would be
specific
really
dream that I
fun.
feel for you.
I think that it is very specific. I love the mountains. I love the smell of the mountains.
Of course.
I'd love to have a view of a lake.
Of
I don't like
course.
to go in the lake.
No.
Don't want to do that.
No, it's gross.
Though one of my favorite movies is about a lake. Well, about a lagoon.
The blue one.
No, Playboy Mansion. Wait, what? Okay, no. So
You are hilarious.
so much chapstick on. Just
Yeah.
a little chapstick and blush.
Just a little chapstick and mascara.
And mascara, that's it. And I'm out the door. Every
Dad,
time.
Dad.
Every time. Here, Ibiza, Barcelona, wherever I am.
On the places.
All the places. Anybody who has gone to Comic-Con and done cosplay, that's drag.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
fully drag. And
Yes.
it's just a character that gets a bunch of attention. You take photos with people. You bring people joy.
Yeah.
You make people think a little bit. Those are all my goals. I'm a daytime queen. I'm not going to be at the clubs. I mean,
And
maybe
it makes
a little
you
bit.
feel happy.
Yeah.
You
It does.
put it on and it makes you feel happy. Like you're on another level of happiness.
Yeah.
Well said, Becky. True. Truer words have never been spoken. It is very happy.
Yeah.
It is like a joyful thing to do.
Good.
Until it starts hurting really bad and my back goes out.
Until the second
And I'm
we
like,
wrap. And
exactly,
he's
like,
I want to
get me out of this drag.
I'm out. And then that creature comes out that you saw earlier.
One of our
My new screensaver.
I do love that feeling. To take these off, ladies. Trust me when I say I respect the heck out of you having to lug this all around because, whew, it is hot. And I know that regular boobs probably don't feel like this, but it is. There's a lot of this experience for me has been achieving a greater appreciation for women and just understanding. And as a feminist, I love that too. Like I love that. Like the very first time my feet bled after wearing these heels. Stephen Madden, you're on my list. Literally, 2 women came up to me and was like, "You're a real woman now." You know who you are. That was a fun party. Anyway,
Womanhood.
exactly.
Yes.
So let's go back to Drag Around the World. What other things did you dig up?
Okie dokie. So, in his book Drag Diaries, Jonathan David focuses on two long ago origin points: ancient ceremonies with Native American, Indigenous South American, and ancient Egyptian and Japanese theater. David writes that cross-dressing was widely documented amongst the Aztecs, the Incas, and the Egyptians, amongst with other great civilizations of the past that exist today in tribal ceremonies around the world.
Those were like all the coolest ones.
Period.
Just in case you're wondering.
So imagine religious rites of initiation in... Oh my goodness, I can't read.
Invocations of the gods.
Invocations of the gods, calling down from the rains and warding off evil spirits as occasions that would call for drag in these cultures.
Isn't that awesome?
So, yes,
That's cool.
it's like it is a superpower, and it helped them connect to
And it's
greater power
historic.
for them. Yes,
It's ancient. I mean, the Egyptians, people did drag in the ancient. How many years ago were the Aztecs like?
A long time
Oh
ago.
my gosh,
That was
thousands.
Yeah.
pre-U.S. discovery, all that, right?
Yeah.
The thousands.
So, yeah, drag. I mean, it's been around, and it really has changed too a lot over the years in terms of like I have so much respect for queens who have been doing this for decades.
Yeah.
Because when they started, it was not what it is today.
It was not
like,
cool or okay.
Literally,
or,
no one has given a crap that I'm doing this. Like, no one is like not a single person. I mean, of anything, they're just excited and they think it's fun.
Exactly.
10 years ago, it would have been such a problem.
This would have been a thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't until Miss Rue came out and made it mainstream.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly.
Full true story. So our thanks to you, RuPaul. I mean, truly, I think that I have this theory, so I might as well say it on air. I think things are getting more colorful and more creative overall. I think that being stuck inside for 2 years, I don't know about you, but like art was an escape for me.
Yeah.
And certainly watching TV shows about design and things. And so I feel super inspired these days. And then like this kind of like if you go into West Hollywood right now, it is super common to see men in gorgeous tight jeans, high heels, shirts, and like full like beat eye makeup.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, like, and that's the world I want to live in. And so I do feel like we're growing ever closer to like the Hunger Games capital style.
Smash.
Smash. Do you see this?
For
Do you see this
sure.
corset?
Not only do I see this and love it, this is on freaking theme.
So
like
good.
The Gilded, what is it called? The
Gilded Age.
Oh, I also
No,
wrote
not the
this
Gilded
down.
Age. It
I
was
wrote this down.
Gilded
Yes.
I
something,
wrote
Gilded
down
Glamour.
the official Vogue thing. Theme: in America, an anthology of fashion. Dress code: emphasizing gilded glamour and white tie. The time period being focused on 1870 to 1890. Vogue invites are encouraged to embody the grandeur and perhaps the dichotomy of the Gilded Age in New York.
Oh, that's perfect. Oh,
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
So he wore a corset and a tux.
And he
And
has,
a
like,
tails.
He has like acrylics going on. It's like the mixed
So
match. It's so
good.
good.
Such a smash.
Smash.
What a smash.
Honestly, one of my favorites.
I mean, he could
Go.
show up in a burlap sack.
You know what's
and I'd
earlier
still
when
smash.
you were like
True.
naming who we're gonna go through, and you're like Ben Platt. I was like, Really? Because I didn't know. I didn't know that
No,
this
no.
all happened. So
Specifically, this corset pearl nail
Yeah.
moment was why I said we need to have.
all
So
right.
iconic and
So good.
Done and done.
'Kay.
All right, Lucy, come on. Girl, you know Daddy's got to pee. I mean, Mama.
Mama's gotta pee.
All your parents have to pee.
Next, we got Billie Eilish.
Eyelashes. Oh, I'm so torn on this look.
Smash.
I love simply because I feel like the hair is a nod to Beetlejuice, which had nothing to do with anything, but I know she just was like, we could do
Cool.
like Beetlejuice, and her hair guy was like,
Also,
sure.
I have a feeling that this shot just is better than
Yeah.
maybe some of the other photos. I think maybe the upper region of the fit was better than the
Then the skirt.
Than the skirt. Yeah.
I love when Billie Eilish does feminine.
Yes.
I do.
Yes.
I just feel like I want a full buy-in. I feel like what I got here was a gorgeous dress. Who is this dress? Is Gucci?
This was
Yeah.
Gucci.
And it's an old Gucci dress. It's not a new Gucci dress.
I don't
is
think
like,
so.
Yeah, it's couture.
Yes.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And it is an ethereal look.
And it's on theme.
And it is absolutely on theme.
I just am obsessed with these green lace sleeves that
So
like
love,
go on
love.
to her hand. Oh man.
But it's the gothic sort of harshness of her hair and choker that to me are that just miss it for me. And I
Like-
don't need it to all be like perfect on point. She could have done
No.
dark colors, but it would have been much bigger hair, I feel like, or a soft wave or like something from the era. I don't know. I just
I
felt
can see
like
that.
it was. I feel like she's amazing. I love her. I know everyone loves Billie Eilish.
I mean, I don't think she will ever top her last outfit.
and that was full femme. Like
So
she went
good.
all like,
so Marilyn, so full femme,
Exactly.
so good.
and this is beautiful, but I just thought the hair was too dark. Okay, I'm gonna pass.
Smash.
That's fine.
Okay, we have the
I own the
Bridgerton
studio.
cast.
You do. You can kick us out at any
The
minute.
cast of Bridgerton.
Oh,
Okay.
I love it. I love you stuck them all up here.
Yes.
Woo. Okay.
This is
Overwhelming with all the beautiful people.
Yes.
Oh,
Goodness.
Oh, is that Penelope?
Yes.
in the
oh
pink.
my God, I love that.
Yes.
Yes.
I
I
can't
think
even see it that well, but the silhouette that is being created
Nicola-
on the black.
Nicola.
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 Kaufman or something. I think.
she, I feel like of the four of these people, fit the theme the best.
Gorge.
Yeah.
And those are feathers.
Yes.
Oh.
Featherington.
They're the
Featherington.
ostrich feathers.
And
where
her
they
name's
cut them.
Featherington
I
in
know.
Bridgerton.
Yeah.
I was like, that's so funny. I don't
Yeah.
even know if that was on purpose.
By the way, doesn't her family, I mean, no, she's the cool one, but doesn't her older sisters and mom remind you of the Wicked Witch from
Yes.
Cinderella
Yes.
and the sisters from
Absolutely.
Cinderella?